Здорово всем. Мы продолжаем проходить Call of Juarez. Значит так, приступаем. Какой уже? 4-я миссия у нас получается будет по счету. Или какой 4-й? Да.
I was paid a healthy bounty for Ringo and Curly Bill, and realized there was real money to be made. That's why I went after Henry Plummer.
Now, wasn't he the sheriff who augmented his income by shaking down miners and robbing gold shipments?
That's the one.
Oh yeah, I remember him. He ran that gang of thieving outlaws called the Innocents.
So it's true that you went toe-to-toe with him?
Indeed I did, son. Indeed I did.
Великолепный одиночка. Так, убийца Джонни Ринга закрыл первую главу саги о месте Сайлоса и положил начало его кровавой карьере охотника за головами.
I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant. And hunting Plummer looked like a good way to get rich quick.
Пробейте
As the
себе
local
путь.
vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits and put a generous price on his head. Plummer rallied his gang to plunder one last gold mine before making their escape. And that's where I thought I'd find him.
Что там у нас? Дополнительный урон для комбо. Будет еще более смертоносным своим убийственной яростью. Начиная с 4-го уровня комбо, ваши пули будут наносить 100% урона. Плюс 100% урона. Мяу. О, ничего
It
себе.
makes me nervous standing so close to all these goddamn barrels of gunpowder. Why would you be nervous?
As my late father pointed out to me more than once, God made men, but Samuel Colt made them equal.
Ох ты, как так? Вот это я спрятался. За этим, за тротилом. Так, ладно, давай погнали дальше.
I knew that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing would be to return it. It was the biggest gold rush since Sutter's Mill in '48. Unfortunately, prospectors weren't the only ones drawn to those riches.
Вы можете стрелять по динамитным шашкам в воздухе. Это я понял. А, просто выстрелить, даже прицеливаться надо. Ой, бляха, прям втык мне дали.
There were thieves and killers, robbing travelers and hijacking gold shipments. Like those that ran with Plummer. Some were just regular folks I knew from town, drawn by greed and easy
Прикольно было.
pickings.
Так,
Charlie
нет.
Crow, the blacksmith. James, who worked in the stable.
This is our gold now.
Sam and Jeremiah Barber, the butcher's sons. Ordinary citizens who lived a double life. Stealing and thieving.
О, увернулся от пули. А что там было? Гравированный рейнджер. О!
Of course, the rest were veterans of the Civil
Ой,
War.
нагнулся.
Stone cold killers trained on the bloody fields of Shiloh and Antietam. Plummer had a lot of men on his payroll.
Зарядник.
That son of a bitch pretended to protect the public with one hand while stealing them blind with the other. He set up a defensive perimeter which I had no idea how to breach.
Moron out of his business.
Dangerous, desperate bitch.
Лошара, зачем я пошел вперед так? Надо было хотя бы 2 пистолета взять, а то я пошел вблизь и... Давай, ублюдки! Ух, увернулся. Чисто все.
I thought I was some kind of hero.
Some kind of hero.
I finally made it past and headed on to meet my destiny.
А? Что за звук? Как будто я что-то открыл.
But first, I had something I needed to figure out.
Я не могу, как в скале, прокатиться.
I had a few ideas on how to get into that mine, but once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back. So my first thought was to enter the nearest mine portal. I saw an entrance. Made sense. It was the quickest way in, but that also made it more dangerous, as there would undoubtedly be enemy pickets posted along the way.
Так, дробовик. Бау, бау, бау. Где он?
Besides, once you enter a mine like that, it's easy to get all turned around.
Лево, право,
And
давай
that
сначала.
confusing maze of corridors wouldn't even be the worst of it.
Где я, мать его, за ногу? Что это за подвесон такой был мощный? Не, нахрен этот
Some of
дробовик.
those shafts could be as deep as hell. A single stumble or misstep can easily end in a deadly
Так
plunge to
сказать,
oblivion.
опыта в Хан Шоудаун помогает с двух пистолетов шмалять.
Quick reflexes often make up for a lack of common sense.
Ну, в хэт.
I was never one to be
Где я?
easily bushwhacked. I would just need to be careful not to blow myself to kingdom come.
Kingdom Come.
With all that gunpowder and dynamite everywhere, a body has to know what he's shooting at.
Охренеть. А тут что-то? Взять секрет.
One wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a dad-blasted tube.
В смысле? Я же вернулся. Как это получилось? Но было красиво. Так, брать не надо. Верни, пожалуйста, пистолет.
One wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a dad-blasted tube.
Вот черт. А! Беги!
I freely admit that my plan of attack is not just moronic.
Мать его за ногу. Прыгай. Как красиво. В смысле?
It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it.
В смысле? Что-то я не понял. Это неправда было?
Instead, I spotted a ladder way into the
Забавно.
mine from the opposite side.
Типа я же все-таки человек, типа нафига мне это? Хрень
It
какая.
was a long way around, but that approach seemed more sensible at the time. Of course, being I had a problem with heights, that scaffolding scared the bejesus out of me. Climbing down that ladder required some caution, because even though I had a younger man's reflexes, I needed to make a leap of faith, which ain't easy when you're suspended between heaven and hell. I was determined not to give up.
О, ёпти мать. Опять эта пещера, ладно.
As Sheriff Plummer seemed quite the despicable character. When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged. That 10,000 they put on his head would go a long way to helping me find old Bob.
Давай, два револьвера.
It made it my my mission to
Да
settle
ёпта.
that score come hell or high water. But first,
Так, а тут что у
I
нас?
would have to make a choice. Take the elevator or climb the ladder.
Я выбираю этот элеватор. Где?
I picked the more convenient and more dangerous route.
Так, сразу берем упорство. Револьвер с костяной ручкой. Чувак, ничего не вижу. Все, приехали, надеюсь. А нет, давай.
Plummer was a mad dog killer,
О,
and the people of Nevada City deserved better.
Nevada
ну
City.
как?
Well, I thought Plummer met
Вроде
his
же
maker
врут
in
ему.
Bannock, Montana.
Right, well, he was the sheriff of both places at one time or another, but that's neither here nor there. The point was, taking him down would save a lot of lives, including my own.
Законник. Бандит. Отступник. Генри Пламер. Ну скажи, что мы сейчас с тобой будем дуэль или просто перестрелка? Херня.
Henry Plummer was clearly unhinged, and I could see right away that this was going to take some doing.
I need some help here! Come on, boys! Take this cocksucker out!
Ух ты ж ё, ой ё. Откуда? В грудную клетку. Да хорош! Как больно-то. Ах, не попадаю, а? Да, в смысле? Давай, выходи, подлый трус.
They're gonna bury you in a million pieces! No blood money for you today! Boom!
Стоп.
I'm going all medieval on your ass!
О!
You ain't taking me!
О, в смысле по два?
That one, didn't you?
А, черт, не увернулся. Вот это уже интересно. Вот это уже куда не шло. Так, где ты?
Lucky shot! I can shoot too! Like that! Throw you into next week, boy!
Откуда тебя прострелить-то можно?
For you today! They're gonna need a dustpan to pick you up! How you like that?
Ух!
So that's how Henry Plummer died. Him and his crew were worth their weight in gold.
Нашел себе читерское
Now,
место.
I was officially a bounty hunter.
A bounty hunter. Точность падает, конечно, когда два револьвера используешь, но все равно голова моя приоритетная цель.
So, did you finally go after that Bob feller?
Well, I heard word he was in Kansas with John Wesley Hardin. So that's where I went.
Where in Kansas?
Abilene. Why do you ask, Ben?
No reason.
Was Hardin as fast as Ringo?
Ringo was fast, but John Wesley was as fast as the devil himself.
John Wesley.
Hell, he killed his first man at 15. From that day forward, he had a price on his head and wouldn't back down for nobody, not even Wild Bill Hickok himself.
Быстрый или мертвый.
I dodged death many a time.
В смысле?
And that night in Abilene was no different.
Подожди, стоп. Я не успел даже сообразить, что произошло. О, стоп, а что такое-то? Как-то сосу. Вот сразу присесть. «30 лет назад».
I was there with the intention of finding that bastard Bob and collecting the bounty on John Wesley.
Okay, now you're really pissing me. Shoot him.
В атаку. Ой, бляха-муха. Хорош. Он не такой мощный, конечно, но...
I thought the Texas Rangers got hard.
Yeah,
Зачем я взял
that's
это
what they
говно?
want you to believe.
Прям в нос сяру.
Opened a witch's tit in a brass bra that night as I fought my way past his loyal compadres
Мне в салун?
to the very same saloon we're sitting in today. Look around and imagine this place painted in blood.
Никто меня не хочет стрелять.
Hardin was waiting for me.
Блин, я хотел, чтобы прям по салону справа налево так приходить, стрелять с двух рук. Было бы красиво.
Wait, I'm jumping the gun here. Let me back up and give you some background on this sumbitch. He deserves that much. Don't you think so, Ben? John Wesley Hardin was a killer.
Ранее этой ночью
By the end, he
Эбелина.
confessed to taking the lives of 42 men. He was a bona fide folk hero by then, and had amassed a gang of armed miscreants and other assorted thugs. He and his men set up camp outside of town, and I was hoping Bob was among them.
God damn it! Shoot him!
They didn't ask why I was there. They knew. I had to spill a lot of blood to find out Hardin wasn't in that camp. He was carousing in town with his closest friends.
Ручной рейнджер.
Hardin's boys apparently didn't want me to reach the bull's head.
К урону скорости прицеливания, к дальности, к отдаче.
Some were hightailing it into town to inform their jefe of my unwelcomed presence.
Хорош!
Someone's coming for him!
Со спины? Нет.
Stop that sumbitch!
Со спины?
Let the boys know we got another law dog.
Ничего не понимаю. Он тут стреляет, а я не вижу. Получил в хедик? О!
I wondered if Bob was among them. And I steeled myself for the fight ahead. For as good as I was, deep down I wondered if John Wesley wasn't just a little bit better.
Я туда хоть бегу? Просто несусь куда-то. Доберитесь до города, найдите Хардина. А, я в другую сторону бегу. А, это же начало самое, нет? Через вот это вот стойло я уже проходил. Ага, все, нашел. О, городишко. Сейчас будет мощная перестрелка на пистонах.
Before I could test my mettle against Hardin, however, I would first need to
Ой.
dispatch his cadre of hired killers. Most
давай.
of these degenerates were beyond redemption, but John Wesley might have been a different story. I didn't learn until later that that night was in fact his birthday celebration.
Ну, в ухо тебе прям. А, добил.
Already mentioned that I found Hardin in this very saloon. Suffice it to say, nobody there was happy to see me.
О, сукины дети!
In fact, I felt a certain hostility. I was disappointed that neither Bob nor John Wesley were among the dead.
Красиво было. Ух, так. Дополнительное приближение при прицеливании. Да, давай сюда пойдем. Улучшенный револьвер с узором за скорости стрельбы. Прицельно хрен знает, что это.
But that was short-lived. As a moment later, I was facing down the fastest gun in the West.
Это красиво было, просто как справа налево. Первый раз убил в 15. Убил человека за храп. И еще 40 просто за то, что дышали. Джон Уэсли Хардин. Вот это нормально.
I felt a bolt of adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him.
А почему я не могу стрелять? Я нажимал. Почему я не могу стрелять?
You didn't hit me then. I'm sure of it.
Я что-то нажимал, а... Мяу, мяу, мяу. Вот опять! Что-то АД уклоняться. А уклоняться от чего? Ладно. Если я тогда первый выстрелю? О! Ладно, немножко не понял, но это... Кажется, меня просто надо раньше вытащить. Звучит странно, но да. Мне просто надо раньше вытащить. Успеть вытащить, так сказать. Сердцебиение застучало, сразу вытаскиваю. Вот оно! АД!
That man was faster than grease lightning. But being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now, he was at my mercy.
Я уже выпустил пулю.
So he didn't die?
No, I sent him to prison. Years later, after he was free, some restless avenger took his life. Shot him in the back in a saloon just like this one. Anybody up for another beer?
Е. О, любимое оружие, скорострел. Это по мне, скорострел. Ну, в общем, точность падает и падает, когда используешь револьверы. Но пока мне очень нравится, жалко. Мне кажется, коротенько. Сколько мы уже? 6 миссий прошли, по сути. Хотя глава только 4. Но прям идет хорошо. Ну что, а на этом я с вами прощаюсь. Как всегда, не скучайте. И увидимся в новых видео. Пока-пока.